Fantastic, guys. Again, thank you so much for having us here today. Can you see if I switch between a pitch deck and the app? Can you see that
Yes, sir.
like right now? Can you see that
Yeah.
deck? You can. Okay, sweet. So it's the window. All right, cool. Um, so I guess I'm gonna just blast through this pitch deck real quick. It's a 3-minute pitch. Actually, we did it with Doc Reichenbeck the other day, or maybe a month ago. But overall, the biggest problem from my perspective when you're thinking about onboarding people into Web3 is security. You know, like the first question they ask is, but will I get scammed, or is it a scam? The first thing that I asked back in 2014 when I was given the opportunity to onboard was, is it a scam? I immediately thought that like I was going to get in trouble with the IRS, or I was going to get in trouble with like the feds or whatever it was. The first time I heard about it, and this is a good, I mean, it's 11 years ago at this point. And given like the optics of Web3, like what do people hear about today? They hear about like people, losing their money, getting scammed by influencers or whatever it is, things just going to zero. And I believe that creating a security layer that feels very similarly to security layers that you have in real life, whether it is a 2FA or um, or the ability to reset something, like having layers that protect your assets and protect really like your digital life, your digital economy, makes a massive difference. So real quick, again, this is a security problem. Web3 moves very fast. It's full user responsibility. If you have your seed phrase compromised, it's your fault. It's your problem. If you click on a bad link, it's a high risk environment, so you don't know exactly what's on the other end of that URL. In wallets, there is, for the most part, no built-in security. Obviously, we were talking about Wallet Guard earlier. Wallet Guard's great. However, if your seed phrase is compromised, Wallet Guard, Ledger, doesn't matter. Any one of those platforms, if your seed phrase is compromised, all of your assets are gone. Cold storage isn't practical. It's very cumbersome. Typically, do I use it? Yeah, 100%. However, it's not a silver bullet. And then the last thing is that social engineering is completely created around the idea that like you are going to screw up at some point, whether it is you're trusting someone a little bit too much, whether they catch you in FOMO and they say, hey, you got to click this link real quick, and you don't think about it. Socially engineered scams are built the way that they are because they know the way that people react. And so ultimately, without security, mass adoption stalls. The vault system that we built is security first. So everything that we're building, whether it is a future feature or current, is built on the idea that you have a 2FA approval required before signing any transaction. We've built a 2FA multi-sig vault, basically. So the 2FA is one key. Your wallet transaction signature is another key. You need to have them in unison. Well, actually, like one comes first before you can move things in or you can move things out. And what this does is it basically stops people dead in their tracks from being able to take anything out of your vault. Your vault is fully self-custodial. It really kind of lives inside of your wallet. We utilize PDAs. And again, if I'm going too fast, Steve like wants to skewer me every single time that I do a talk. But if I'm going too fast, if you have a question, shut me up, I'll answer it. So the PDA system is basically like a little miniature wallet inside of your wallet that it's not impacted by the same seed phrase. So that's our security first approach, that we're building this security layer, works across any wallet, doesn't matter. And the next step is multi-chain, which we're going to be releasing in the very beginning of May, potentially the end of April. From the inception of D3fenders, we knew that like this can't just be Solana only. It can't be Ethereum only. Wallet security is for everyone. Anyone who has a digital wallet, you need protection. The goal is to become ecosystem ready and to enable marketplaces, gaming apps, RWAs, etc., staking platforms, give them an enterprise grade API that allows them to tap into our security platform and protocol, and then add a layer to their platform. And the last one is solving staking security. It is incredibly expensive to build a staking platform. Not only that, but it's also like, potentially illegal depending on, on where you're at geographically. And so what we're building is a community incentivization platform that's totally free for an NFT or a token founder to use. And then it incentivizes people to lock their assets in a secure fashion that is fully self-custodial. It provides a point system that that incentivizes those actions, and it solves a huge problem, which is typically like people locking their assets and then becoming seed phrased and losing everything eventually anyway. So this is a post that I did back in August of last year, where I locked up a Ute and gave out the seed phrase online. 100,000 people saw it. People were freaking out, couldn't understand how the seed phrase was out and they couldn't have the Ute. And this is the kind of security that people need. If you gave out your seed phrase to your ledger, you're toast. Somebody just loads it up on another ledger and they're good to go. We can give out the seed phrase to any asset inside of a vault, and it's completely safe. And past that, we have the ability to do an emergency migration. So onboarding takes 30 seconds. You create a signature. You create a contract-based agreement with your 2FA and your wallet. It creates a self-custodial security. It gives you the ability to lock NFTs as well as tokens. And probably the most epic thing really is the emergency migration. So what we solved here is this age-old problem of my wallet has been compromised, all the gas is gone, I can't sign transactions, I can't move my NFTs, I can't do anything because the wallet is fully compromised. Someone's actively siphoning my gas out of it anytime I put some in. And so what we have built, which is completely novel, no one has ever done this, is we created a transaction system that takes gas from a third-party payer and uses that gas from outside of your wallet. So like you've got a safe wallet somewhere, you send gas to the transaction smart contract, that the send transaction, and then it's able to send your NFTs and tokens that are safely locked inside of your vault to a safe location. And this, to me, is the part that really sets us apart from any other wallet, hardware or software, any kind of security out there, because it makes it so that your assets are safe no matter what. We're building a number of different products. So we've got the secure staking, which actually is called Fortify. We've got a multiple NFT send that's going live with our public release in the beginning of May. A secure peer-to-peer swap. Some of these things we are going to build, some are fully live. So like secure staking will go live for Solana May 1st. We don't have the funds to build it on Polygon. We've been building pretty much on our own steam for the past 2 years, and we're at a point where we need funds. So the secure peer-to-peer swap, being able to swap NFTs and tokens with someone else in a decentralized fashion directly from your vault. A secure governance system that allows you to vote on DAO governance questions directly from your vault without having to move your assets to a third party. I don't know, I'm assuming most of you guys have done that. Typically, you end up having to move your assets to this third party. And to me, I don't really like that. I would much rather be able to vote from a safe location. A full-on multi-sig 2FA vault where you can have a team wallet that everyone's signing from a safe location. The biggest thing that I think that we're offering Polygon is actually our NFT Shield for Enterprise. So our goal is to build an API that would allow for all of these massive corporations that typically find a home on Polygon and allow them to leverage our security solution to protect their users. And the last thing, which is kind of the apex of our products, is wrapping all of this up into one smart wallet that also leverages leverages AI and has an aspect of smart scanning for problematic, blacklists and known drainer links and all of that other stuff. So pretty excited about all of our products. I believe that, we're already transforming security. This is the kind of security that people will use in the future. Obviously, we have there's a lot of moving parts, but when you onboard into Web3, anything that's similar to Web2 is going to make it an easier process, and understanding exactly how 2FA works from your IRL life helps you with that transition. So this is the team, and I'm actually going to show you guys now. So this is a post that I did last night, where I gave out the seed phrase to a galactic gecko. I happened to be doing a space with them last night, and just felt like I might as well just test it out and show everybody how it works. This is our V3 platform, which we began building in January of 2024. The whole project started January 2023, but I'm sorry, no, we started building in September of 2023. We went fully live in January 2024. The current iteration, which is V2, has been live for the most part all of 2024. And what we've been building since like, I don't know, last summer, I guess, is what we envision as our full public release of the platform. Great UI, UX works really well. Not only that, I can go into the Polygon mode, which is kind of fun. The UI UX works fantastic. One of the biggest things really is that when we go live in May, everything's going to be not only Solana, which is what we've been live with before, but Polygon as well, and then eventually other EVM chains. So this is the vault system. It's got a security status, tells you how many assets are locked, tells you some quick stats about your vault, how much funds are in there, how many NFTs, how many tokens, gives you a live market ticker, some network status information, news and updates, which is actually pretty nice to have, some security tips of the day, and then your account settings. Some of these features, so like safe send, emergency migration, these things, they're all actually found within the vault, but you can very quickly go over there. It gives you some instructions, and then you can move your assets. Let me go back here. So this is the vault system. We're on Polygon right now. This is Polygon mainnet, fully functioning. The worst thing is when it pops up, I see Dabl Club, which is all blacked out, and it kind of drives me crazy. I want to hide them. But so these assets are unlocked, but these ones are all locked. And so if I gave you the seed phrase to my own personal wallet, which I am not going to do because I just don't feel like it, all of these NFTs, tokens, etc., would be fully safe. So I've got some Matic in here, not a lot locked up at the moment. If I were to lock up an asset, I can click on that honey badger right there. And then lock it, selected NFT. It shows my honey badger, which is our collection. And then I'm opening up my authenticator right now. It's my 2FA. I'm signing transactions. You guys can't see that, but the Phantom wallet pops up. Goes through the process of securing the assets. And in a moment, it'll move from the unlocked area of my wallet to the secured area of my wallet. And I actually just got the transaction on another phone that it just sent it. So overall, that's how it works. We're really excited about going live on Polygon finally. It has been a really long development cycle. Again, we bootstrapped completely on our own. The goal has been to not have to go in the route of VCs, and the beauty is that people are already being secured. We've also got a number of other tools that we're starting to release, which are free for communities. We built a Defenders alert network Discord bot, which will connect as many Discord communities as possible. Someone posts a security notification in one community, and then every single other community will get that same notification. That's one. We are going to release pretty soon a wallet scanner. So it's a AI-based wallet scanner that takes a look at all of your transactions, and again, within Discord, takes a look at all of your transactions and assesses them, and then shows you any kind of potential risk based off of you having been interacting with problematic addresses. Okay, so let's see. We locked. So that's pretty much it. We've got a lot of stuff, a lot of moving parts, but pretty excited about what's about to come out. I guess the next step is, and this is relatively off the record, we haven't officially announced it yet, but we have a full point system. So when you stake your assets, whether it's Defenders or other NFTs or tokens, you end up gaining points inside of the vault. And our game plan here to really build our community is to have to get people to stake security. The end result of staking security, farming security, is that we secure the network. Anytime a whale gets drained of a couple hundred or 1,000 or 2,000, 10,000 NFTs, the people that pay for that drain, that compromise, is not the NFT founder or the token founder. It's the community, right? It's this community liquidity. And so with our new staking platform, Fortify, as well as V3 going live, this point system will cause people to want to stake, get points, and start stacking points for our eventual TGE. And we've got a bunch of gamification that's going to be associated with that coming very soon, as well as a referral system. So that is it. I'm going to give myself a moment to breathe and let you guys ask questions if you have any.
This is a big deal, man. I really like it. So the integration process, I believe from reading threads for a while now, is just owning an NFT. Is that correct? And then getting access.
Anybody can use it. This is built for adoption. Anybody can use it at all. The fee structure is all transactions are 20 cents. Sometimes a transaction can lock 5 NFTs at once. Sometimes it's 10. On Solana, you can get 15. And so per transaction, it's a 20 cents maintenance fee for everybody. And then per NFT, non-holders, it's 50 cents to lock. It's 50 cents to lock a single token. So like any quantity of a single type of token. So you could lock Pol or you could lock Gon, but it's 50 cents per lock. Holders of NFTs, it would just be the maintenance fee. And then anything else is on top of that is free.
Very nice. So
super low barrier to entry as far as cost.
Yeah, I think that's so you can compete with the ledgers of the world.
100%.
And you actually have,
and
yeah, you have a lot of that they don't have.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, like, the idea is if we have, as we hopefully raise money, we'll be able to build more features, go into more networks, eventually secure Bitcoin. Um, like there's no one doing this at all. And even the wallets, like from my perspective, it's what's unbelievable is that the wallets out there are making 30 million, 50 million, even more per year from swaps and all that other stuff. We are a little tiny company who has made massive changes to the whole meta. I mean, ultimately, it's just been on people. It's their responsibility to deal with security. That's not how like the real world works at all. Yeah, it's great that it's decentralized, but there are security layers for banks and there are security layers for everything else. Why do we not have them for Web3? So we're here to change that.
So I got some questions, like, because I'm curious.
Yeah.
Have you guys talked to VCs? Because I feel like this is like people would want to buy equity. I'm not sure if that's something you're
no, we have
interested
not.
in.
We have not. We're considering it. The issue is that we're so small, and so we're trying to sidestep VCs until we get bigger. But obviously, we're trying to get bigger, and so there's a trade-off there.
And our currently a majority, we've got close to 1,000 unique vaults that have been set up, and a large portion of them are NFT holders. So we're sort of in a pre-revenue state. It's kind of hard to put a valuation on the company at this time because we are so fresh.
Right. But like even if you like did a future like estimation valuation and then sold a very small amount of equity just to bring on, let's say, I don't know, $500 to $1 million, just to give you that extra legroom to ship, it could actually help you guys if you guys are in the place where you need the money, just like selling a very small amount of equity. But
yeah, I mean,
yeah, I was just more curious.
Overall, we're in that phase of looking. And so if you can start any conversations, we'd love to at least start them.
Yeah. So what you guys are doing is actually a pretty big deal. I have so many friends that have been through some rough times, and it's a long list but having what you have would have solved this, and it's at an incredibly affordable price point. Like Ledger, like even the base model is like $60-$80. Like it's a dollar amount that a lot of people actually think of twice about. It's not like something you can just, like, there's a term for it in marketing, where like you have all that really affordable stuff right at the cashier. It's like there's this term for it, but like you don't think twice
value
about
add.
it. Yeah, I think that's what it is. But that's what your price point is at, but it actually offers the same thing, but it actually offers maybe more. I'm like, someone has to see a lot of value in this. Like I do, but I mean, like, I think like someone, like a major wallet or a major VC. Yeah, that's actually another question. You guys in this presentation were talking about a big wallet, or a wallet. I think you're talking about a wallet that you want to build, but like, what if you just like got integrated in MetaMask, or have you talked to MetaMask, or some of these bigger wallets?
Nobody's approached us. Initially, we had approached Phantom, but they, I don't know if it's that they faded us or what, but yeah, we had some conversations with Phantom, but they wanted to see us, work more. I think overall, just because of what the product does, initially we would have been really happy to get integration, but it's kind of come to a point where it's like, you know what? If we can get the funds to build the wallet, it's a better platform. I mean, it's safer than what is out there. And so not only that, like if we built a wallet, you could use the wallet, or it's a completely separate dApp, so it's usable on any wallet. So I don't know, like we're open to things. We've been working for been working for years on this, and so at this point, like, it's time to scale.
Bro, like this, like I have a lot to think about here. I'd love to bring this back to some of the executives at LDA as well. I don't know if there are synergies, but I mean, I don't know. My brain is tingling here. Justin, I got a question, bro.
Yeah.
One of our clients, Swiss Fortress, Matterfy. I seen Mr. Burns on one of their recent. Oh yeah, actually, Mr. Burns, you were on one of their spaces. Are you you're connected from my understanding when I was listening? But like, how far in conversations have you gotten with that team on synergies?
We haven't gone any further.
Just because
not intentionally. We're just freaking swamped. I also need to switch over from my computer to my phone, and I don't know how the hell to switch over.
Actually, I believe if you just log in with your phone and just enter it'll just switch you automatically.
Let me pop off on my computer. I'll be back in 1 second. Apologies.
Yeah. This is really cool tech, guys.
Yeah. The UI UX looks really nice too.
It is, man. Others, what do you think about this, bro? Like, you're an NFT guy.
Yeah, I wish I had this a few months ago. But yeah, no, it's nice that you can just lock it up, real easily, and then if there's like an emergency migration, like when Mandrill Club or whatever moved to Say or whatever, you can move him over really easily. Yeah, it looks nice, and it's cheap. You said 50 cents or something.
Yeah, 50 cents.
Super loud in the background where I am. Can you hear me?
I hear a little bit of this high echoing thing, but for me, it's not bad.
I'm in a giant. No, I'm pretty familiar with the Fenders. We've worked with them a lot. So I think that they're definitely underappreciated, and hopefully in the future that they do get the support that it's really good.
My God, bro, they're super underappreciated from what I'm seeing here.
I think our biggest hurdle is just trust, right? Like when people hear about up until now, the holy grail has really been, for scammers, they get a seed phrase, right? And now here we come and we're like, yeah, no, you can give your seed phrase out, in a live X space and have 100,000 views, and your assets are still safe. And people are kind of just like, yeah, right. No, there's no way. So I think, for us, that's where we've been, kind of, not stuck in the mud, but it's, we're really trying to put our money where our mouth is. And that's why we do these campaigns where we're giving out the seed phrases, we're showing high valued assets in the wallets, and, we're really trying to show people this is real, we're not blowing smoke. It isn't, pipe dreams where we're just trying to hope that we can build this. We've already built it, it's live, and it works. I mean, we have to use the emergency migration every time we do one of these, marketing campaigns where we give out the seed phrase. So we're actively running and testing the tech, live.
Yeah, I was gonna ask how that worked. So you give out a seed phrase, even though your stuff's locked up, but if you were to unlock it, then technically it's open in a compromised wallet, right? And that's why you have to do the emergency.
Exactly.
The safe send. What was the safe send function I saw?
So safe send is so that you can send assets from within your vault to another location. So it's not an emergency situation. The safe send functions similarly, but you're just paying the gas from within your wallet.
Okay.
Whereas with emergency migration, yeah, you're funding the transaction from a
Third
third.
party.
Yeah.
Ah, very cool. Yeah, I think it's awesome.
I really have like heard what you guys are saying with credibility, but like I think like you guys could really use either some strong BD or a partner that has network in BD.
Yep.
Because if you guys are like just focused on basically shipping, a big part of that, and you have a little time for marketing, a little time for BD, you might actually like. I think you guys' marketing for being a small team and not having like a massive budget, like you guys are doing great. I mean, I read all your guys' stuff and
Appreciate it.
learned a lot.
We've
So you
done,
guys are running lean.
everything has been, completely lean. It's just us killing ourselves every day in order to, like, we're not making any money, like literally making no money at all. And so it's been years of just building this dream. And it's reality, but like, it's a dream for us that we're going to build something that's better than, what's been created by these monstrous conglomerates of like people that have insane money, but they build overall, and I'm not trying to talk shit, but it really is like, there's no security to it. So it becomes, from my perspective, somewhat inferior. And yeah, I mean, we run really lean. Everything's done by us.
Even the BD stuff, I mean,
Yeah.
Burns in the trenches in, every day, striking up conversations with people and, doing demos like we just did. It's really just us.
Do you mind talking about what type of grant you guys applied for here, or is that something we should talk about offline?
Yeah. So we ran for the community grant. So,
What type of milestones?
We had a lot of conversations. I think I spoke with you, we spoke with Richard, we spoke with Kale, we spoke with Maddie, we spoke with as many people as possible and showed as many people as possible like what we were doing. The milestones were product or feature based. And so, like, for example, one milestone, which is relatively short money, is the building Fortify, which is the community incentivization, aka staking on Polygon. We didn't have the funds to build it, but we have we built it on Solana. It's going live soon, but we didn't raise any money. Like, we did our NFT raise here and we raised 15 grand, I think, and 10 of that went toward paying the artists. So we burn about 6 grand a month for developer fees, depending on the month. And so so like the first milestone was Fortify. We have a milestone for auditing, which, as you guys know, is quite expensive. Dabl Club is epic, and LDA, I think, or no, Tesseract was going to help us out with paying for a portion of the audit. The problem is that until we get some big funding, we won't have the ability to do a real full deep audit. But while it is at the end, and all of the other features are kind of in between. So building out that governance system, building a peer-to-peer swap, a lot of those things are the types of milestones that we're talking about. But that first milestone was like, hey, we have beyond MVP, we have a public iteration that works really, really well. It's not kind of broken. It's a full product. We just need to pay for auditing. That was the first really big milestone. And we broke it down. We asked for a lot.
I think we had, it might have been...
It was like a total of 600,000 poll total.
Yeah. But
and
for the milestone...
broken down into milestone. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we carried, $50K, dollars for auditing, and that was, roughly 35. We broke it down so 35 would cover the initial audit, and then the rest would be for, for dev.
Audit.
Right. So we'd get, what we experienced last time. They give you a punch list of things to fix, things to beef up, and then we then tackle those, resubmit, and then get a the secondary audit. So,
Did you guys about offering CTB equity, like a small amount of equity?
We never had a conversation with anyone. I mean, we're open to all kinds of stuff. Like as far as the grant process, we got an AI review that was not fantastic, and then after that, we never heard anything back. We responded, but we didn't hear anything back. So, or you're talking about like the CTB totally separately?
Yeah. I mean, like in the grant, because one of the things that I'm also Rock is pushing for is that CTB starts making early investments, not just like, so yes, funding builders or people that are building ecosystem or developer related stuff. I think this, there's all these different verticals that are very important, but CTB has opportunity to also invest in early stage stuff, not just in like the builders themselves, but in the either token allocation or equity, so that it becomes more sustainable. Like for instance,
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, Paul printed all this, extra poll short story. So we have this poll for 10 years. We have this budget, but it could be a much larger kind of program if they actually made investments that brought back money as well, not just to the ecosystem, but back into their own treasury. So I wonder if, because you guys got to get feedback at some point that's like a real person, and there's got to be some real points being made. I wonder if you consider
our feedback was kind of brutal, honestly.
Yeah, but that was the AI, bro. Like I heard that AI was. I don't want to be too harsh because we're on a recorded call here, but I heard it wasn't great for a lot of people. So I don't even know what's up with that. I probably couldn't speak, but yeah, I just heard it wasn't great for a lot of people. But maybe like when a real person kind of jumps on this, that those are, because I know that sometimes there's kind of this back and forth between something's agreed upon. That maybe that's something we consider. I think we should talk offline though, and try to figure if there's more synergies or things that we can help you out with. I know, like, as long as you guys get a grant of some sort, Tesseract can come in, and if you guys request us and you work with us, we could also put money to you guys for free. That's from our budget, and then help you guys like accelerate you in a way. So it'd be like a double. You get the grant for your milestones, and we essentially help accelerate you. That would be another way we could help you. And I think a big part of that would be our network and connecting you guys. But maybe there's other synergies. I'm talking too much, but
not at all. I'm looking forward to talking to you offline. We want to build. Like, that's why we're here. And I think that based off of our product, we've shown good faith that like we're here to build and change things for the better and not extract. So, I'm ready to do anything pretty much in order to make that happen.
Nice. I have to hop. I just realized I have to hop, but I do want to talk to you guys offline. I'm gonna leave this open. Does anyone else have any questions? Because I'll just leave, because I have to close the chat manually to when everyone's done. But does anyone else have any questions?
Yeah, sorry, I missed the introduction part. But from what I caught after like 20 minutes or something, sorry for joining late. This system is about like if you have any leakage on your data, like your seed phrase or your private key, that you have some emergency mode and your funds are safe, right?
Can you say
Yeah.
that one more time? I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it works. It works in a way. Yes, if you do have a seed phrase compromise, anything that is inside the vault, you can migrate it out risk free, and it's the transactions funded from a third party payer. And anything that is in your vault, if you click a bad link and sign a bad transaction, they're safe in that way as well.
And you're clicking from your wallet. Like if you screw up, right? You're clicking from your wallet transaction, your wallet signature. I mean, opposed to the PDA. So you never can slip up and screw up and like accidentally drain your vault.
Right, awesome work. I gotta do my homework on this. Super excited. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, of course, man. Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate it.
Is there any more questions from the audience?
I had a question. This was amazing. Like, is there also like a way to pull back a transaction if you know, like, it's
So to
not
walk back
before.
on it, like if you
Yeah.
accidentally made a bad transaction.
Yeah.
So there are platforms that have made that. I forget exactly what it's called, but basically the way that it works is that every transaction that you sign, your tokens or whatever it is that you're transferring go into an escrow first, and then they're transferred once you've confirmed, like once there's been some AI that's like confirmed that the you haven't built overall, like our main goal is to create the vault first and then features afterward. It's definitely
Awesome.
it's not out of the question. It's already a feature that's been out, and so
Okay.
if we suddenly if we're taking over, honestly, like what the features list makes me think of is like if you ever watched Looney Tunes or like some of these cartoons where like somebody pulls out like a little tiny mouse pulls out like 47 guns and rocket launchers and every single tool known possible, like that's what in a way we kind of want to be. That we want to be the Swiss Army knife of security. And make it so that everything is just as rock solid as possible and your assets are yours no matter what.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like, you have a way to secure your wallet, your assets, your tokens. This was just awesome.
We actually figured out a way, and so Jupiter and Magic Eden didn't take us up on this, but we figured out a way to secure people's airdrops from compromised wallets.
Okay.
From compromised wallets, and so like and it actually is like a direct integration with our vault system, but they just faded us on it, and it's fine. We ended up saving, so during the Magic Eden airdrop, we ended up saving about $500,000 in our efforts to secure compromised wallets. It was pretty cool. So like people who had compromised wallets, we worked on a team that saved an incredible amount of money for people.
That's amazing. Like, oh wow, no words. This is awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Seriously, thank you so much.
Are you guys able to hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now, Aztec.
Okay. I was rugging. I don't know if I'll start rugging again, but I really appreciate you guys' time, and this was really educational. If anyone has any thoughts, any synergies for them, please send it their way, and I know we'll have to talk offline. But yeah, any other questions?
Aztec, listen, man, thank you so much, and everybody who showed up, we really appreciate it. It is small fireside chats like this that we're able to really kind of bring believers into the fold. So really excited to have you guys on board. If anybody would like to demo the vault system on Polygon, please let me know. Again, fully live, emergency migration works, everything's functional, and just super excited to have you guys join our ecosystem.
Yeah, I'm definitely in, man. And yeah,
Cool.
really appreciate you. I'm gonna try to help you guys out also. So
Love it.
yeah, good chatting, man. And I guess this is probably it here. I'll go ahead and I mean, unless you guys have any last words or anyone wants to ask anything, I can go ahead and shut down the chat. I mainly shut down the chat because previously, if I left it open, there was some people that would kind of like argue in it, and it would like turn into this.
Yeah, totally. No, that's all good. Yeah, so final closing thoughts is actually with this point system that we're building. That obviously, like, the points in your vault are going to lead toward TGE. The more NFTs that you lock, the more points you gain daily. If you have a Polygon Badger, it's about 100x the amount of points as a normal NFT. And so our Polygon collection, the Honey Badgers, is live. We minted those last June, and if you own a Badger, it's you have unlimited access to the vault system, and so right now we're in season 0, which is basically for anybody who's in our Discord, for anybody who's using the vault already. You're gaining points that will be like a bonus when we go into season 1. So we're gonna apply some points to your vault system when we go into season 1, when we release the full V3. So yeah, if you're interested, get involved now, and we give you, yes, Ellie, and we'll be giving everybody a little boost in vault points pretty soon.
Sweet.
But again, thanks so much for having us here. Excited to talk offline.
Sounds good, guys. All right, have a good one, bros.
All right, guys. Cheers. Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Take care. Thanks again.